Hey everyone, I'm here today in my craft studio and I'm going to show you how to make a prayer jar. So I really miss going to church and I really miss getting to do crafts together. So I decided that we can do crafts together still, even though we're not at church, and you can watch these videos and do the craft along with me, and it'll be just like we're at church doing the crafts together. So today is a prayer jar. We are going to need a few different things for this. The first thing is a jar. Maybe you just had spaghetti sauce for dinner and you have an empty jar, or maybe you had pickles, or maybe you just have jars around your house. So the first thing you need is this. Then you're going to need lots of different materials that you can decorate your jar with. Because we're at home, I don't have all of the fun craft stuff that we use at church. So I just found some things around my house that I can use to decorate my jar. I found some polka dotted wrapping paper, yarn, cute little flowers that I found. I have lots of paint because I do a lot of art and I have tons of colors, but maybe you don't have a lot of paint and that's okay. But if you have paint, you can use paint today. I have gold glitter and I have red glitter. So you can also put glitter on it if you want to, if your mom and dad say it's okay, because sometimes glitter can be a little messy. The first thing I'm gonna do is decide, what do I want on the outside of the jar? Let me talk a little bit about what the prayer jar is for. So we're gonna decorate our jar, and it's gonna be colorful and fun, however you wanna decorate it. And then we're gonna spend some time writing down different things we can pray for. And we're gonna fill our jar, stuff it all the way to the top, and it's gonna be full of things we can pray for throughout the next couple of weeks, maybe while we're home. And every day, you can pull a piece of paper out of the jar and you can pray for whatever it says. So then you can keep your jar for a long time and always be refilling it with things you can pray for and taking things out. Step 1, decorate the jar. I'm gonna start with some of this wrapping paper because it's really fun. And I also have my hot glue gun going, so it's ready. If you don't have hot glue, that's okay. You can also just use regular Elmer's glue. And let's see. How big did I make it? I'll cut this in half. The fun part about your prayer jar is that you can do whatever you want on the outside of it. You can do lots of fun things, you can do a few fun things, and you can use whatever materials you find around your house. Because I know that not everyone has a lot of craft things, or maybe you don't even have paint, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work no matter what. It's gonna be really fun when we get to go back to church and use all of our fun supplies again. So I put a little glue on this paper. I'm just gonna glue this right to the outside. So I almost got around the whole side, but I left a little bit of space. Because I want everybody to know that this is a prayer jar. It's not just a random jar that I'm decorating. It has a purpose. So then I'm gonna take some paper and make a little sign for my jar. So I cut a little square, rectangle. And let's see, I have lots of pencils within reach. I might color this over in marker after I'm done, but I'm gonna write prayer jar. And I'm gonna glue it right to that spot where I had some extra. And this time I'm gonna use hot glue. And there we go. Next, I think I'm going to add on my flowers. So I have 2 that I found. And I'm gonna put them right at the top. I pulled these right off of the stem of some fake flowers. And I think they're gonna be perfect for my prayer jar. Maybe you have lots of fake flowers that you can use to glue on. Or if you don't, you can even make your own flowers out of paper. You can cut out the petals and the center and glue them together and then glue them right onto your jar. Now I think we need some yarn. So I have this reddish yarn. And I'm just gonna cut a little bit. And I'm gonna just tie it right on top so I can have a little bow. And remember, you can do whatever you want here. So if you want lots of yarn, there you go. You can put a whole bunch of yarn. You can even wrap a whole jar in just yarn. Or you can maybe put 1 or 2 strips. I like this glass part at the bottom, but I think I need some glitter now. I'm gonna pour a little out into my paper. Now I'm gonna put my glitter right on this top. So I think I'm gonna do polka dots. So I'm gonna use my Elmer's glue to make polka dots. And the polka dots match my wrapping paper. You could also use tissue paper, or maybe you have construction paper. You could even draw pictures on construction paper or white printer paper and then glue those on. Maybe you want to draw pictures of your family or your friends or your animals, or you can just draw the outside world. You can draw trees and flowers. Whenever I draw, I like to draw happy things because it makes me happy, especially when we're kind of stuck inside right now. Maybe we can draw the things that we are excited about for when we're not inside anymore. Like seeing your family, or going outside and playing with your friends. And now I have some fun polka dots. I think I need one more thing back here. I'm gonna pull out my yellow paint. Now, I have one of these paint palettes, which are fun. It's really stuck. I'm gonna paint right on the edge here. I think I'm gonna paint some more flowers. And there we go. Now, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of sparkle because I have some glitter that's kind of white, and my center of my flowers is going to be white glitter. Put a little bit on my paper, and then right in the center of my flowers, I'm gonna put a little glue dot, and that'll tell me where I should aim my glitter. And there we go. The glue will dry clear and be left with a glitter center. I think my last step is going to be to use a pen to write over prayer jars. And there we go. Now comes the best part of a prayer jar. So I'm just gonna use plain lined paper. And you're going to cut this paper into a bunch of little pieces. It doesn't have to be meat cutting, it's okay. Maybe you're just learning how to cut, and this can be awesome practice for you. Or if you're a skilled cutter, you'll be ready for this challenge. So I cut it into strips first, and then I'll just cut it into squares. Some of the pieces are smaller than others. So now I have a whole bunch of little squares. Now I can write down things that I can pray for during this time. So the first thing I'm going to pray for is our church. Because we want to pray for Justin and Albie and all the leaders who are still making church happen for us, even though it's really hard when we can't be around people and we can't meet together. So I'll put in our church. So I fold it up into a little square and drop it in the jar. I'm going to pray for my family because they're really far away in New York and I miss them a lot and I can't see them right now. And I hope that they're all staying healthy. So I'm going to pray for them too. You can just keep writing whatever you want. Maybe first responders, or people who are doctors or nurses, or people who work at grocery stores, or the elderly who are kind of at risk right now. Pretend that I filled my whole jar, and I filled it right up to the top with lots of prayers. Now tomorrow, I'm going to see my prayer jar. Maybe I'll keep it by my bed or on the dining room table where we can remember it. And I'm going to pull out a prayer, open it up, and it says my family. And I'm going to stop what I'm doing and pray for my family. And then once I already prayed for them, maybe I can put it back in if I want to pray again, or I can make a new one with paper I have extra. So you can go every day and you can pull a prayer out, or you can add prayers of people or things you want to pray for right now. I hope you enjoyed our prayer jar craft lesson. Tune in every week and I will have a new craft for you. And feel free to send me an email, abby@elmcitychurch.com, if you have ideas for crafts you might want to do or anything really. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy making a prayer jar.